subtract my age from the mileage on my speeding heart. Buy this car to drive to work to pay for this car. Buy this car to drive to work.
Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I'm Jordan, and today I'm going to talk about Bernie Sanders versus Andrew Yang. Finally, it has happened. The duel of all duels. But please, first, consider donating to Devon's Journey to Recovery. The GoFundMe link is down there in the description box. Click that link, read the story, look at some of the other donations, and donate some money yourself. Devon's Journey to Recovery. It's for charity. It's not for us. So please, it would help pay someone else's medical bills. We should be helping each other out, and that's how you can do it. All you need is like $1, man. If you want to do more, do more. Devon's Journey to Recovery. GoFundMe link down there. Now, first, I want to apologize for my shirt. It is a new color. It's a little, funky with the camera. It's called Radioactive. So, I don't have superpowers. It's just this brand new color. I look almost like a cartoon, my shirt. You're damn near. Alright, so, I believe yesterday, Krystal Ball of the Hill, I'm starting to like more and more every time I hear her. I don't know why. But that's not an endorsement, just saying. She interviewed Bernie Sanders, and a question came up about automation. What does Bernie think of, which is most likely going to happen, the coming future of automation to where robots take over everything. And Bernie, typical answer. We need to look out for the big corporations and, the working people. We need to help them out because they're going to lose jobs, supposedly, from robots and shit like that. So, but the second part, the next question is, what's the difference between the way Bernie's going to handle it, which is a jobs guarantee, and Andrew Yang, which is a UBI, or his freedom dividend? And here's like the whole of Bernie's answer to all of that.
I believe in a jobs guarantee. There is an enormous amount of work that has to be done, all the way from childcare to healthcare, to education, to rebuilding our infrastructure, to combating climate change, to dealing with our growing elderly population. Enormous number of jobs out there. And I believe under a Sanders administration, what we would do is create those jobs, and as people lose their jobs, there will be other jobs available. But bottom line is, we cannot allow robotics, technology, artificial intelligence to simply throw people out on the street. Technology has got to benefit all of us, not just the heads of large corporations.
Why is a federal jobs guarantee better than a universal basic income?
I will tell you why. A simple reason.
I'll tell you
most
why.
people want to work. They want to be a productive member of society. I think it's a very deeply ingrained feeling that people have. They don't want to sit on the side. Yes, of course, getting a guaranteed income is better than having nothing and sleeping out on the street. That's for sure. But I think people want to be part of our humanity, to be truthful, and how we feel good about ourselves is when we are productive members of our society. We're contributing something. And I think people feel that very strongly. And I think there is more than enough work to be done in so many areas. And our job is to say, if you are able to work, we have a job for you. Because the truth is, we have so much work to do to rebuild this country in so many ways.
Okay. So the initial part, right, we should be concerned about automation. There's Andrew Yang made that shit, well known, that, like retail jobs and things like that are going to be taken over by automation. So we need to prepare for that. That I'm okay with. That's the first half of Bernie's answer. When the next question comes up, which is, what's the difference between, guaranteed jobs and Andrew Yang's UBI? And Bernie's answer is dog shit. It's dog shit. It's a poor answer, I would say. If you're just a normal person, you're like, so I want to work at that steel mill? That's what I want to do? That's a huge miscalculation in human behavior and human nature, right? I'm guessing like a shitload of people want to be rock stars or rappers or athletes or actors and actresses. Some want to do, you know, labor type work or, designing things, engineers, scientists, doctors. But I think the overwhelming amount of people don't want to do manual labor as a, some sort of endorphin filling, goal. It's going to make me feel good to, give you your change at Walmart. I'm fulfilled after that because I'm contributing. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Which was part of the reason why I took some interest in Andrew Yang, because I liked the idea of a UBI, right? Let robots do the work and we get to fucking chill and express ourselves and create things, right? People aren't just going to lay around like Tim Pool thinks. I'm just going to skateboard all day and all night. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to pursue something bigger. I'm just going to skateboard and play video games. That's all. I'm going to do that forever. Most people I do not think are like that. I think you'll see a lot of people pursuing something that they always wanted to pursue. I think they're going to pursue it longer than they would in this world, in this system, right? Usually people give up a lot earlier because I can't feed myself. I can't keep the lights on unless I have a job, and the job's taken away from working on this thing that I love to do. But, maybe with something like a UBI, people will have a little bit more leeway. Also, Bernie Sanders Medicare for All, add that in to where they're not, their jobs, they're not dependent on their jobs for health care, for the benefits. They have health care and they get a UBI, and that gives them more leeway, right? So you can have athletes that try a little bit longer. They give a little bit more time to pursuing that goal rather than I have to give up and get a job and do this. I can pursue it longer. Maybe they wait till they're 34 years old and they're like, all right, I guess I'm not making it, or whatever they feel. And they move on with their lives. But, all right. So, underneath this tweet from Krystal, where she, snips that segment out, Andrew Yang responds with this. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. All right, good. Yang responded with, Bernie ignores the facts that money in our hands would, 1, create hundreds of thousands of local jobs. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. I guess Andrew Yang's logic there is people will start buying more things. Thus, we'll need more jobs to handle all the fucking demand. And he says, and number 2, recognize and reward the nurturing work being done in our homes and communities every day. He also assumes that everyone wants to work for the government, which isn't true. That's not a horrible response on a political level. On a person level, if you ask me, my response would be more of, it's like, what are we alive for? Are we living to survive? Is that the full embodiment of a human life? Or do we have books about tales of other worlds, heavens and hells and all this shit? Or, philosophers with books upon books about questioning reality itself. It's like, shouldn't we, take time, if we have more time on our hands, shouldn't we be, just maybe look into that? If there's some all-powerful being looking over us, isn't that a question worth questioning? I think so. Or what is life all about? Isn't that a question worth asking? But, these guys, no offense to all the candidates, but they're going to stick to more political-based things, right? Andrew Yang, very analytical, you know, he'll go by the numbers. He'll support this because 75.8% of Americans support it. He'll know the numbers of that. Bernie Sanders, by the way, I think Andrew Yang means well. I don't mean he's just like a robot. I think there's a person there who means well. And same thing with Bernie Sanders. I think he's a dude that means well, but he's so hyper-focused on the political nature of things to where he absolutely fucked that answer up. He fucked it up. He tried to keep it in politics realm instead of human realm, right? Why don't you want people starving on the streets, Bernie? If your answer's political, then you're a fucking robot. How about empathy? I don't want like they'll be suffering and I don't want them to suffer. That's my reason. Simple enough. Not, whatever. If people are, starving in the streets, they'll rebel and they'll take over the system. Like, that's more of a political leaning answer. Or our economy will suffer if all these people are starving. How about you don't want people to starve because starving is an unnecessary form of suffering? That seems simple enough. Hey, maybe I should run for president. Vote for me in my radioactive shirt. You can do so by subscribing to the Yellow Brick Road channel. And then you can comment and tell me how you feel. What do you think about this exchange? I think Yang wins that exchange there. At least the question about jobs guarantee versus UBI. Andrew Yang wins that one politically. They both lose on a human level. Right? But yeah, leave it in the comments section. Tell me, what do you think? Or send me information. Or make a request. Our pal Joe made a request, and I'm going to do that video today as well. Also, don't forget to donate. Not to us, but to Devon's Journey to Recovery. It's for charity, for helping someone pay their medical bills. Devon's Journey to Recovery. The GoFundMe link is down there. I don't know if you can see it behind my radioactive shirt. It's down there in the description box. Click that link. Devon's Journey to Recovery. And with all that said, give this video, wait for it, a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in.